Welcome to the Crypt of Wax, where we cover the latest metal releases.
Yeah.
But maybe not today. So this, listen, you've clicked the video, you know what you're listening to. Infernal Presence is what we're talking today. I was under the impression that this was a new release that came out this week, 26th. It comes out on the 26th of November. But Mike informs me that it came out in March.
It looks like it. I think I found like a different Bandcamp, and it had different artwork for it as well. And then yeah, but it was the same. It was the same thing. So, and that's it. It came out in March. So I think we're quite late, very late to this one.
Yeah, we are late. However, let's just assume that it's a vinyl release releasing tomorrow, so we're actually
Something like that, isn't it? Different art. It might be like it might be like a digital release back then, and now it's
exactly
found its way onto a physical medium.
I will blame No Gleaming Light because they posted it as if it was new.
Blame yourself. Blame yourself.
I'll take a bit of responsibility, but
Yeah, a bit of responsibility.
Yeah. So yeah, Infernal Presence, a German duo. They call themselves
a duo.
Yeah, just a duo. Yeah, they call themselves black and death metal, but I guess that is fairly accurate. There's a lot kind of influence from kind of different subgenres going on, but
yeah,
overall that is kind of a fair assumption. They're a new band, aren't they? As well, I think this is their first sort of like they called it a full length, but yeah, potentially EP. I'll call it a full length.
About half an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, mini. They'll call it a mini album, but man, this was a really fun listen. I'm just going to throw it out there. It was one of those. I wasn't necessarily expecting the amount of like cool riffs to be front and center as it was. It's not your traditional like, although there is icy, tremolo-y black metal within, it's not that throughout. It does have a lot of meat.
I tell you what, as well, those icy tremolo bits are really fucking good in it as well. They do it so well.
They do, but they also bring in that meatier, more death metal approach to like some of the like riffs. They're a bit thrashier as well, and like I guess if you're new here, we don't ever really talk about these albums off air, apart from the fact that this one came out a lot earlier than we have realised. But Mike, did you like this record?
I had a good time with this. It was, I mean, you kind of summed it up well. That you had that sort of the black metal iciness in there, but there was a lot of kind of this, like death metal. Like, there's a lot of chugging. It was very like heavy, meaty riffs. Some great changes of pace throughout as well. Like, it wasn't just sort of this like blast-a-thon speed. There was quite a lot of slower pace to it. Then they do some like fast, thrashy parts as well, mixed in with all these like blast beat bits as well. It was really good, man. And actually, when you listen to it, and it's like, oh, it's a new band. It does not sound like a new band at all in the way they're doing. These guys must be sort of veterans, to a point of this scene.
Yeah, you'd have thought so, that they've been in previous bands and whatnot, because it is very well accomplished. Also it's not. What I like is that it's not kind of A B C D E F G riff style
alphabet.
of like song structure. It's quite like A B, like they're not scared to repeat sections and let you get familiar with a riff, which is cool. But then also they allow riffs to evolve, which is quite nice as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's definitely moments where they will do that kind of evolution stage with the riffs, and they'll bring certain aspects back in and change things up slightly. So you've still got the familiarity with like, and which is especially great when the riffs are really good as well. I think there's a thing sometimes with bands, isn't there? They write these great riffs and they don't use them enough.
Yeah, it's like a one and done almost, but like this band definitely don't.
Which sometimes is cool as well, but...
Yeah, there is a time and a place. I guess it depends overall the band style, but I think this works well with like a kind of repeated repetition type thing. They almost have a... there's like a catchiness to it as well with the vocals. There's like a repetition that they like to use, almost chant the song title as almost like a kind of...
Yeah, I love that.
Chorus. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. What did you think of the vocals overall?
They were quite different in a way, weren't they? They were very affected, and he had like a lower sort of register, without it going to that sort of death metal low. It wasn't that kind of growl. It's sort
It
of
was like in between black and death, wasn't it? It was
yeah, yeah, but it was cool and it was a bit different. And yeah, I didn't notice it at first, but as it went on, I was like, oh, wow, he's trying to put in these sort of vocal
yeah.
hooks and things like that. And I loved it. There was a song in particular. I can't remember which one it was where
Tomb Procession,
he does the type.
track 3.
Um, it could have been that one. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. He does it on that one. And it's what? There's one where he brings in the title at one point, and it sounds fucking great. It's right near the end
Yeah, he does it.
of one of the songs on it.
I think he does it again in on track 4 as well. Beyond the Blackness, there's like a
I
chant
think it
towards
was
the end.
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then that
and it was really
it
good.
led into like a tremolo-y atmosphere, like really icy atmospheric, like kind of blasted section. The
Yeah,
vocals, Mike, reminded me. Do you remember Night? That kind of blackened heavy
yeah, yeah,
metal,
yeah.
blackened heavy metal kind of
I
metal.
was thinking that
They were almost spoken. There was something almost
it's like a
calming and
whisper almost to it.
yeah,
Yeah,
almost therapeutic, dare I say, to the vocal. But I enjoyed it. I thought it did sit nice. I thought it bridged that gap between black and death metal really well. I guess we'll get into some of the songs then because we haven't really kind of touched them yet. The album, Mike. I know you're not normally a fan of an album intro that is potentially longer than it needs to be. How did you feel about this
this was
one?
a bit. This was different because there was a lot to it, if you know what I mean. And I enjoyed it. I really liked the bass sound for the very intro. It was you could really hear the playing. You could really hear like the pickedness of the notes, and you could hear sort of hand movements on the strings as well.
Mm.
I really liked that sort of production. I thought the chords were really nice, like the sort of the sequences they were doing. Um, and yeah, it was long, but I liked it. But I thought that it had purpose, and I liked there was no drums. It had that just sort of like wall of noise guitar kind of thing without the drums there. So it had that real impact on track 2 when it sort of kicked in on the fill.
Yeah, it did. I'll be honest. I think for me that intro was like a one and done. Like I've listened to it once. I thought that was cool, and as it went in, but on subsequent listens, I found myself just
Skipped it.
skipping. Yeah,
Yeah.
um, which I don't know. That's not necessarily a good sign, but it was neither here nor there for me. But yeah, once the album does really start on Eternal Exodus track 2, I thought like fucking hell, it's time. Like they've arrived here, haven't they? Like
Yeah.
this was maybe one of my standout songs, man. It was just all systems go, man. It was just great kind of songwriting and riff writing.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was really good. And I loved the production on the guitars was really nice as well. That's really good tone.
Mm.
It was quite produced but not overly. I thought it was at that right level for the sound they were going
I
for.
felt that overall. I felt that on the
Yeah.
production on the whole. It when they went tremolo and icy, it felt like it did go a bit like they dropped the low end a little bit, and it gave it that
Yeah, I
tinginess.
noticed
But
that.
then when they had the chug, when they had like the meteor riffs, there was a lot more low end, and it just felt a lot more
Yeah.
thicker. But it never felt overproduced. There was still that level of
No.
grittiness to it all, which I thought was really really good.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, you could hear that, couldn't you? You could hear the sort of overdub change when the tremolo parts come in because it had the more of that icy fizziness to it, which you weren't getting from the other riffs, but it worked really well.
Yeah, it did. Did you have a standout song, Mike?
Probably. Oh fuck! Wait a minute. What was it called? Beyond the
Beyond the Blackness.
Blackness.
Yeah, track 4. I think that was one of mine as well, man. It was I think that maybe best showcased their like riffs, cool riffs with like different change up of styles between these different
Yeah,
subgenres, and also like we spoke about that vocal kind of hook. I thought there was everything on display was like in this
yeah.
thing.
It would be my go. You're right. It'd be my go-to if I was just going to play like one song from this album. That's the one I would pick.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. That or Tomb Procession, the one prior, it felt a little bit more like a single. It felt more like verse, chorus, mid and late chorus,
Yeah,
and didn't necessarily have as much of the flair, but it still was like a really good song. I think it's not even a down point of the record, but like track 5 for me was it didn't feel like it had anything as memorable as tracks 2, 3, and 4.
No, I agree. I've got when I was looking at my notes, this I didn't have much to say about track 5. It felt a little bit filler sounds harsh, but it just didn't stand out like the others did.
Yeah, but then, but I guess it wasn't bad though, was it? That's the thing. It was,
No, not at all.
yeah.
No,
So I wonder if that's not necessarily a bad thing because then it sort of brought it back for Infernal Presence at the end. I thought that song was cool.
it's cool they did a song after the band name as well.
Yeah, it
You don't
was.
see that very
I
much.
feel like they could have done the album title of that as well, and then
Mm,
it could have been that kind of whole Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath on Black
yeah,
Sabbath. But I mean, listen, this really surprised me, and I was glad to do this record. It kind of it scratched an itch that I didn't know I kind of wanted, like riff wise for a while, because I guess we've done a lot of like kind of more traditional black metal recently. So this kind of those meteor kind of riffs were definitely hitting harder than.
yeah. I can't really remember when we've done a record where you had that sort of mix up in the way they've done it on it, but it worked really well. This album is really enjoyable. It's a really
Yeah,
enjoyable listen. I think as well the fact it's they call it an album. It's sort of some points classified as an EP. It's half an hour. It's actually a really good introduction to the band. I think.
yeah, great, man. And it is a great length because you finish it and you're like, oh, I could probably do that again. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel worn out by the sound. And yeah,
No.
like you said, it's a great introduction. I'm kind of excited to see what they could do next, because if they can sort of if they can elevate it, that'd be great.
Yeah, man.
Any more to?
Exciting to see.
It is. It is. Any more to say, Mike, or wrap this one up?
No, 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 no. I'm done.
Yeah,
Done
nice.
with it. Enjoyed it. Had a really good time.
Yeah, same.
Cheers, guys.
Maybe not new, but go check it out if you haven't already. It came out in March. If you got to this point in the video, give a like and a subscribe. We put out videos every Wednesday and Friday covering the quote unquote latest metal releases. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Normally we do. We try.
normally we're pretty good with it. So cut us some slack. Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you checked this one out, what you thought of it. But yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.